Greetings, UCC School families. This is Sheva Martinez, and I help manage and ensure the functionality of our technology across our schools. This upcoming week, our students in grades 1 through 8 will begin NWEA MAPS testing. Our students that are learning both in school and virtually from home will all participate in testing. In order to make sure that our students can participate in testing fully and we have accurate results, we need to make sure that their devices are ready. We're going to go through a brief training to ensure that student devices are ready for testing. As a general reminder, it is really important that our students are completing these tests independently on their own without support. Since our students have been out of school and not learning with us in person for an extended period of time, we need to use the data from these assessments to determine what student strengths are and where they may need additional support. The results of these assessments will help us, our school staff, determine how best to support your child to ensure that they have the academic support they need to excel across our schools. One thing that we're going to perform today is something called a device readiness check. We're going to make sure that the device your child is using is ready for testing. The two big things that we're going to ensure are happening is that the screen resolution is correct for testing, and we're going to make sure that the testing browser loads properly on the device your child is using. We suggest that our students use their school-issued Chromebooks for testing because it's the easiest way for our school staff to connect with your child during testing, to chat with them, and ensure they have the support they need. If you're using a personal device, you can participate in testing on that device, but you need to make sure you've performed the device readiness check and your device has passed. And you need to make sure you are fully logged into your child's school-issued email address, which either ends in at bgcsedu.org or at uccacostams.org. First and foremost, when we go through the device readiness check, we want to make sure that we don't get a message such as this that says the device has failed. This error message comes up usually because of an issue with the screen resolution. As you can see here, the screen is very zoomed in, and the testing browser doesn't work if the screen resolution has been adjusted to be too far zoomed in or zoomed out. The easiest way to fix this is to press 3 keys on your child's keyboard. We're going to click Control, and then Shift, and then 0. So the way this is going to work is on the lower left-hand corner of your keyboard. You're going to push and hold the Control button. Then you're going to push and hold the Shift button. You're holding 2 keys together now. And then you're going to push and hold the 0 button. You're holding 3 keys together now. You'll see when I push these keys, the resolution will adjust. My child's machine will go back to being less zoomed in. And their overall screen resolution will adjust just slightly. On this website page, we have some important information for our families regarding testing. We have 2 important videos from our Chief Academic Officer, Veronica Silva, and a letter that you can also read by clicking this icon right here that goes over the importance of testing. We want to ask all of our families to walk through the device readiness check linked right here. When you follow this link, it'll walk you through a module that'll help ensure that your child's device is ready for testing. You'll select Begin, and you'll read the text on each screen. You'll select the device that you're using at the time, and it'll let you know that you're looking for that pass or fail message from the check.nwea site. And then it'll prompt you to open check.nwea.org. It'll run the testing diagnostic test, and you'll be able to see whether or not your child's machine has passed the check. This machine has passed, so I'm good to go. As I said before, if you have a message that says this machine has failed, please take a look at what the error messages are. On our school Chromebooks, the most common error is a resolution error, which can be resolved simply by clicking Control-Shift-0 and holding those keys down and then releasing. If you're using a personal device and you get an error message, you may have to spend some time figuring out what that means and how to configure your device correctly. After your device has passed, you'll move on to the testing site. It'll prompt you to load the NWEA testing site, and you are looking for a screen where it allows you to log in with a session name and a session password. If you don't get this screen, we're going to walk through what to do. Okay, you're looking for a login screen that allows you to enter your session name and password. But if you get a message that says, oops, where's my test window? That means we need to make an adjustment to the pop-up settings. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You're going to select this link to open the test site. And you'll see I got this message that says, oops, where's my test window? Up on the upper right-hand corner of the screen in my URL bar, you'll see I got this little error message with a small red X. I'm going to click that, and it'll say that pop-ups were blocked from this site. I want to change this option to always allow pop-ups and redirects from this site. I'm going to select Done. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I fixed the pop-up block. What I did is I always allowed pop-ups, just like it said. And I'm going to refresh and try to log in one more time. To refresh my screen, I just select the URL bar and I click Refresh. This time I'm going to see if I get that login screen. This time, I have a login screen that allows me to enter the session name and session password. These will be given to your child on the day of testing so that they can enter their session name and password, and then they will wait for their child's teacher to confirm that they can start testing. Once they enter the session name and password during their assigned testing period, students will be able to enter the test and complete it. Students need to be on time for the test since our teachers are starting following a schedule with their in-person students in class. So please make sure that you abide by that schedule and you're available to start your test at the correct time. Once you do this, you're all done and you've performed the device readiness check. You can feel free to review additional materials on the website linked here regarding NWEA testing and any other questions you have. You want to make sure that you've passed that device readiness check and ensure that your child is either using their school-issued Chromebook, and if they are using a personal device, you need to make sure they are using Google Chrome as their internet browser and that they are logged into their school-issued Google account that ends in @bgcsedu.org or at uccaugustams.org. If you have any questions regarding setting your child's device up for testing or making sure their device is ready, you can contact myself, Sheba Martinez, at smartinez@bgcsedu.org. Thank you so much for helping to support your child during MAP testing to ensure that their devices are ready so that we can obtain some important assessment data to help support your child's learning and education moving forward. Have a great day.